Welcome back to Ridezone Bikes, the home for two-wheel passion, performance, and honest reviews. Today, we're diving into a bike that fuses the nostalgia of classic Café copyright racers with the efficiency of modern commuter machines at the 2025 Suzuki Thunder 125 Retro. Whether you're a beginner rider looking for a reliable city companion, a vintage-style enthusiast, or just someone who appreciates a lightweight, stylish motorcycle that doesn't break the bank, this new iteration from Suzuki might just grab your heart. So sit tight, hit that like button, and let's get into everything you need to know about the Thunder 125 Retro. The Thunder nameplate has a bit of a cult following, especially in Southeast Asia and Latin American markets, where small-capacity bikes are the lifeblood of daily commuting. The 2025 Suzuki Thunder 125 Retro is a modern reinterpretation of this lineage, taking cues from classic British motorcycles. With that upright seating position, minimalistic bodywork, and the unmistakable round headlamp that screams vintage soul, Suzuki has reimagined this bike with an eye for simplicity, practicality, and timeless charm. This isn't about racing or outright power, rather this is about enjoying the ride, soaking in the streets, and doing it with flair. At the heart of the 2025 Thunder 125 Retro is a single-cylinder, air-cooled, 124cc stock engine that produces around 11 horsepower and roughly 9.5 Nm of torque. Now, on paper, those numbers might not blow you away, but in real-world city riding, weaving through traffic, short trips, and the occasional scenic detour, this engine delivers where it matters most: smooth throttle response, excellent low-end torque, and fuel efficiency that's hard to beat. The bike is equipped with a 5-speed gearbox that shifts with buttery smoothness, and the clutch action is light, a blessing in congested city scenarios. The top speed hovers around 100 km per hour or 62 miles per hour, which is more than adequate for urban and suburban commuting. But what truly stands out is the bike's weight, or rather, the lack of it. At just 122 kilograms curb weight, it's incredibly nimble and confidence-inspiring, especially for newer riders. This is where the Thunder 125 Retro really turns heads. Suzuki has nailed the balance between modern engineering and vintage design. From the chrome-accented circular headlamp, teardrop-shaped fuel tank, and twin analog dials, to the ribbed leather saddle, every element looks like it rolled straight out of the 1970s. You get spoke wheels, metal fenders, and a matte black exhaust system with the polished tip, giving the bike a muscular edge without going overboard. Color options include a classic British green with gold stripes, a matte charcoal black, and a stunning retro ivory white with maroon pinstriping. The tank decals are subtle and classy, and the Suzuki badge has that vintage serif typeface that enthusiasts will appreciate. It's a bike that'll draw glances whether it's parked at a Café copyright or cruising through downtown. Suzuki has built the Thunder 125 Retro on a simple yet sturdy tubular frame that complements its lightweight nature. The suspension setup is fairly traditional: telescopic forks at the front and dual shock absorbers at the rear. But the tuning here is dialed toward comfort and everyday usability. It soaks up potholes and speed bumps with grace, while still feeling planted in corners, a welcome trait for a bike in this segment. The 18-inch front and 17-inch rear wheels strike a balance between classic aesthetics and responsive handling. Tires are modest in width, giving it an agile flexibility that's perfect for lane splitting and tight U-turns. Braking duties are handled by a front disc and rear drum setup. It's not flashy, but it gets the job done reliably. Some markets may see a version with the rear disc as well, but either way, you get combined braking system, CBS, for added safety, especially for new riders. Despite the retro theme, the Thunder 125 isn't stuck in the past. The dual analog meters are complemented by a small digital inset displaying gear position, fuel level, and a trip meter, a welcome modern touch. You also get LED indicators and a halogen headlamp for that authentic old-school glow. No fancy TFT screen or Bluetooth connectivity here, and that's okay, it's part of the charm. What you do get is thoughtful engineering, an easy-to-access side stand engine cut-off, a reliable electric start, and a USB charging port discreetly tucked beneath the tank for convenience. The switchgear quality is decent for the price point, and the tactile feedback is solid. If there's one thing Suzuki always gets right, it's efficiency. The Thunder 125 Retro sips fuel like a minimalist monk on a budget, delivering upwards of 60-65 kilometers per liter, depending on your riding style and traffic conditions. That's roughly 150-160 miles per gallon, making it one of the most economical retro-style bikes in its class. Maintenance is straightforward. The engine is air-cooled, so there's no radiator to fuss over. Oil changes and chain maintenance are all that's required to keep this machine purring. And thanks to Suzuki's widespread service network, parts and spares are easily accessible and affordable. Now for the big question: how much does the Suzuki Thunder 125 Retro cost? As of mid-2025, the bike is priced at around $1,999, or approximately a superscript 1.45 lakh NRX showroom in the Indian market. This makes it one of the most affordable retro-styled motorcycles with Japanese reliability backing it. Suzuki is clearly targeting young professionals, college students, and retro lovers who want a stylish commuter without the hassle or high price tag of large displacement bikes. And for that demographic, the Thunder 125 is an excellent proposition. What sets the Thunder 125 Retro apart in a sea of similarly priced bikes? First, the authentic retro styling. This isn't a half-hearted effort with plastic fenders and modern graphics pretending to be classic. It's the real deal. Second, the lightweight and easy-to-handle chassis makes it perfect for beginners or shorter riders. Third, excellent fuel economy, a hallmark of Suzuki small bikes. And finally, Japanese reliability, something that's becoming increasingly rare in the entry-level retro segment dominated by smaller, less established brands. To wrap it up, the 2025 Suzuki Thunder 125 Retro isn't about racing down highways or pulling wheelies. It's about enjoying the journey with a smile on your face and a bike that looks as good as it feels. It's ideal for daily commuting, weekend coffee runs, and cruising the city streets with vintage flair. If you're looking for a stylish, efficient, and accessible way to get into motorcycling or back into it, this bike is a gem. So, what do you think of the new Thunder 125 Retro? Would you choose it over rivals like the Honda CB125R or Yamaha YB125? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Ridezone Bikes for more deep dive reviews, comparisons, and ride logs. Until next time, ride safe and ride stylish.